aggressive in the set, just like by thought alone.
Yeah, the zoning potential in this match is probably one of the highest that you could possibly see in a New York match. But I feel like that's what's going to make it exciting. I'm biased. I like zoning. But at the same time, we got to see what happens. For Kalos being the first stage, I think this is a really good pick because there's a lot of space. And both characters can make decent use of the ledge plats for more variety on return to the stage.
And right now, you just see actually just racking up so much damage. You see Tony actually being the aggressor in the set, wanting to go in on Extra O, and that's definitely what Extra O wants to be, but almost getting the tech chase with the C4 there, but not guessing that he was going to tech inwards. Well, regardless, right now, really, really great usage of the up B out of shields from Extra O, getting just really solid damage from them. And I just love how much he's controlling Tony's space with the boomerang, with the arrows. It just seems like all of this, like, red.
Woo! All right, bit of a spicy one. Boomerang on the comeback, even the confirm it's a down air. I've noticed that Extra O likes to use that move a lot for his pressure. Is that just like a typical trait of his?
Yeah, no, absolutely. The way that he uses boomerang, down air rather, like the Youngling's down air is such like a difficult move to challenge, and if you do try to challenge it, you'll end up dying really early. But getting the up B into an up air, already putting Tony at 97%, and the way that Youngling, I'm just surprised like that would reach all the way from there, but getting the falling back air into an F tilt, really beautiful stuff from Extra O.
This is just a maelstrom of projectile pressure that Tony does not know how to rush in with. I feel like just as you were predicting in the pregame, we need to figure out if Tony is going to want to reel things back because going aggro on Extra O is just leading to him getting styled on.
Ooh, I do think that was a bit of a misinputted up B. Regardless, he's going to get kind of punished for it. The side being the wrong way. I can't help but think that he was maybe trying to reverse one of his neutral Bs. But regardless, right now Tony has to find a way to wrap up the stock or else he'll find himself taking so much damage from Extra O.
All right, Nikita almost coming in to get the kill, but not just yet. An untechable from the wall is going to be able to do it, though. All right, Tony has a full stock ahead of him in order to peel off, though. Good patience from Extra O, though. I like it. Notice the C4, trying to burn up the timer.
And getting the boomerang into the neutral B and just like forcing him to go so slowly with like a shield, with all the bomb pressure as well. Finally able to get a dash attack in, but unfortunately not being able to convert much off of it, only dealing 12%. Actually parrying the first hit of the down air and then getting hit by the second one, but I don't believe it connected into the third one at all. Getting the boomerang falling neutral into an F tilt, just racking up the percentages. Like, Tony has to maybe play it back a little bit. Wow.
If he is, he's going to have to do it in game one because that was game two because that was a runaway game.
I mean, this set, like, the momentum was completely in Extra O's favor. I feel like right now, like, Tony's like really rushing in. He's like kind of letting Extra O do what he wants. So he has to like pull it back maybe a little bit, slow it down, and then just see, okay, if approaching like this is not going to work out for me, what else could I be doing instead?
Right. All right, so the pick was Town to go into. Very interesting. I feel like even though Kalos has a lot of space, Extra was able to keep a very active zone as far as his projectile hell is concerned. Much the same can be said about how Town and City's active space is, although I guess the platforms will give more of a variety to how Snake can fill space.
Because on Kalos, because of just like the large flat zone between them, it's very difficult to actually get in on a character that's just sitting on the platform, right? But Tony, trying to dash back with the C4, perhaps just trying to reset it. Regardless, this is a completely different game than we saw game one. Actually, O starting to bring it back with a down tilt forward. Right now, Tony is off stage. Actually, O choosing not to commit too much of a ledge trap scenario, understanding that, hey, he's a little bit of a 2 level percent. I'm just going to set up projectiles. I love that up B from Extra O, actually, because Nikita is going to be a really like tough customer for Youngling to deal with. Youngling has a linear recovery, not a great hitbox on the way up. And so earlier he tried to neutralize it by hitting it directly, but then fell right into Tony's up smash. So he has to find a way to play around both the Nikita and the up smash, which is just going to be super difficult.
Tony seems really comfortable with controlling the space here on Talent City. This is a much more dire situation for Extra O to be in as far as at least getting through the spaces, because now the war zone belongs to Tony. He's got the stock lead, and we're seeing a bit more of that reactionary play I was kind of hoping to see earlier, because Tony's not really starting up the groove until he knows he has that safe space to establish projectile control.
Ooh, really great forward. I do believe Tony dropped the shield preemptively, not expecting the second hit of the forward, or maybe it just shield poke. Not entirely sure what happened there. Regardless, it will be working out for Xeno. 47%, not too big of a deficit whatsoever. And now we just see a little bit of that more aggressive play coming from Tony. But Xeno capitalizing on it, dealing so much damage with like a grab and then a couple of projectiles.
I love how Xeno has responded in this set, the way that he's now trying to take to the platforms, where earlier it seemed like he wanted to establish his projectile control from base plat and sort of fight Tony on his own ground. The floor is no longer safe territory, and I think Tony's done a great job of showcasing that. But an aerial Xeno has proven to be very dangerous.
And Xeno, like, I love what he's doing with like the jump air dodges off of ledge, but Tony has to capitalize on that really, really soon because it seems like Xeno is getting away with it for free. But the run-up dash attack was that a pivot cancel F tilt. Regardless, taking out the stock, and right now Xeno is sitting at 111%. Super precarious, but a fantastic parry punish, getting the up B back air, almost connecting an F tilt. Another
is he going to end it up with the up B? Oh, he wanted it.
Oh my god.
But considering the stage transition wasn't happening just yet, he had all the safety precautions in the world to go for it. You might as well. I mean, this whole set is looking like a highlight reel for Xeno anyways. He might as well go for it all as he gets the 2-0 over Tony.
That was really, really beautiful stuff. I love what he was doing towards the end of the set there, because he was like calling out like a lot of the jumps out of shield. From like you just saw like you saw Tony holding sitting in shield a little bit, and then he would like try to jump out with a down air, maybe drop and go with a dash attack. And so all that he does is all that Xeno does is he's going to wait for that shield drop. He's going to throw out a fire arrow, and then he already has the rest of his projectiles ready to convert off on that fire arrow.